السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you. Today, I'm your brother Mujahid Ahmed, and today we're gonna talk about how a Muslim man could lower his gaze, or good reasons for a Muslim man to lower his gaze, or motivations, or anything like that. And Muslim man, for the Muslim man, the first reason is he could compare the beauty of the women of this world to the women in paradise. Is gonna get in paradise, and we don't just call them the virgins. We call them uh, al hur al which is a better word, in which is a word in Arabic. But divergence is not the true word for it, which makes you look at the women in paradise as just virgins, and that's all special about them. But they're very special women. And the comparison is that, for example, our mother Eve or Hawa, she had the beauty of the woman in paradise. But when she was brought down to this world, they had to reproduce. So her beauty was divided through the to the woman of this world. And there's a woman that got half of the beauty, which is Sarah, the wife of Abraham, peace be upon him. So the rest of the women in this world, they got only the set parts of the second half. So that's a very small portion, which is like millions and millions of billions of women will have to share this the half of the beauty of a woman in paradise. And when you look at it this way, every woman you see in the street now, they all have parts of the half of the beauty in a woman in paradise, and that's a very small portion. So when you compare that, they're nothing close to the beauty of a woman in paradise. And the second reason is when a person before even when a person doesn't lower his gaze and he looks at women out there, it doesn't satisfy his desire. He just drives him to look at more and more women, and it just doesn't satisfy him no matter how much he look at women. And third reason is when a man keep looking at women, and he try to look for a wife to purify his gaze and purify his desire. It's gonna be hard for him because he will always try to find a wife that will make him that is so beautiful that will make him forget about all the women he sees, and that will make it very hard for him to find a wife, and that will just haunt you like when you try to go look for a wife. Even if you do find a wife and you find a very beautiful woman, you're not gonna find the most beautiful woman out there. So even after a person gets married, all these pictures of women, all the women he's seen before, after he get married, they'll all those pictures of the woman, they will all haunt him. And every time he will look at his wife, he'll remember the more beautiful woman he didn't marry or he didn't get to be with. So a person that doesn't lower his gaze, he'll be thinking about the woman he didn't get with instead of his wife. And that's what goes for after a person gets married, he will see his wife and she will look more beautiful than ever. But after a person, his wife will not. If he stays only with his wife and he doesn't see any other person other than his wife or any other woman other than his wife will look the same for him even after years of marriage. And like a good example of this, when a person, if you stay with one person and you don't look at anyone other than him for a month, he doesn't change physically for you. But if you leave in the beginning of a month and come in the end of the month, you will still realize or you will notice the physical change that went on with this person, and he will see how much you changed too. So if you don't see any other woman other than your wife will look beautiful for you even after years of marriage, and that's a very good advantage for the person that lowers his gaze. Um, Allah didn't make woman haram for you all together, but He just made a pure way, and He purified the way a way to satisfy your desire. So women are not haram altogether, but women are made put in a more beautiful, more a beautiful relationship, a happier relationship, and more pure way to satisfy your desire. So, a man and Allah will bless the man that lowers his gaze. Allah will bless him with a more happier relationship with his wife. He will have a happier marriage, and Allah will bless him with a better a wife that drives him toward more iman, and He will bless him with a beautiful wife. But a person, like I said earlier, the person that doesn't lower his gaze, all these things will haunt him when before he looks for it, before he get married, after when he's getting married, and after he gets married. So it just makes his life more miserable. So even the people that go through haram relationships and they think they're clever people and they go through haram relationships, they will get with the first woman, second woman, but after that they will just they won't be as happy every time every time they get with a woman. The less and less happy they get, and the more miserable they get. And you might see those people smiling, and they look like they're happy, but they have a lot of discomfort in their heart, and they're very miserable. And you never want to be like them. They're always trying to look happy, but inside them they know they're having a hard, stressed life. And I hope this video helps you. And if you like it, if you like this video, give it a like and share it and show it to more people. And the more you show it to people, and if you show it to more people, Allah will reward you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.